and welcome to Chicago Style Eats. I'm Tony.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're your guides on a tour of satisfying dishes born in and made famous by Chicago.
We recently discovered this book, Made in Chicago, Stories Behind 30 Great Hometown Bites by David Hammond and Monica Ing, published by Three Fields Books, which reveals the facts, funny stories, and lore about the hearty comfort foods our city is known for.
It covers the best known local menu items such as thick, cheesy, deep dish pizza, the juicy, meaty Italian beef sandwich, and of course, the ubiquitous dragged through the garden Chicago dog.
But it also explores the deep cultural history of this town and how people of every ethnic background innovated, sometimes out of the instinct to survive hard times, sometimes to fill a niche, and invented hearty bites that came to be known as Chicago's own.
In addition to the old Chicago standbys, the book showcases many other Chicago-born dishes we did not know about.
So we thought it would be fun to experience all these dishes around the city, and we wanted to share all of them with you.
So, take a seat. Chicago Style Eats, coming right up. Popcorn. Who doesn't love popcorn? Though popcorn wasn't invented in Chicago, the nation's favorite, if not the world's favorite, popcorn treats were. First is Cracker Jack, invented by brothers Frederick and Louis Ruckheim. And second is the Chicago Mix, probably created by Garrett's Popcorn Shops here in Chicago.
We should make note that Cracker Jack was first offered for sale by these brothers at, again, the 1893 World Exposition Fair.
So that was the launching point for many inventions and innovations for Chicago.
By immigrants.
Now, the thing about Chicago Mix, even though it was probably invented by Garrett's Popcorn Shops, you won't find Chicago Mix at Garrett's Popcorn Shops. And that's due to a trademark dispute in which a company in St. Paul, Minnesota called Candyland trademarked, well, they sold a similar mix of popcorn, but they trademarked the name Chicago Mix. They won a court battle, and Garrett's could no longer use Chicago Mix. And nobody else can use Chicago Mix. So if you want this, which is, what's the Chicago Mix? The Chicago Mix?
Chicago Mix is a blend of caramel and cheese-coated popcorn.
So if you want that from Garrett's, you need to ask for, or at least look for on their menu board, the Garrett Mix, which we did. And we're going to sample it here right on the show. So
I personally would like to try just one of each flavor individually. So I'm doing the cheese.
And I'm doing the caramel.
The cheese has a very nice flavoring of cheese. It's not too strong. It's just right. Now I'm going to do the caramel.
Caramel is sweet. It's very good, though.
Their caramel almost has a hint of coffee to it. Maybe it's the molasses. I don't know. Now, take one of each and pop them in together at the same time.
The cheese is addiction quality.
It's very nice when they're combined and both flavors in the same bite because it offsets each other and makes a nice savory and sweet.
Yeah.
Not very tasty.
Oh. Yeah, this is definitely an indulgence. I can see why. This is perhaps the most famous, world famous, delectable from Chicago. I think Garrett's are all over the world. So.
Yeah.
Well, where can we find the Chicago Mix or the Garrett Mix?
Can be found at Candyland in St. Paul, Minnesota. Garrett Popcorn Shops, the Garrett Mix, at several locations throughout Chicagoland, and Wells Street Popcorn, 1119 Lake Street, Oak Park, Illinois.
Now that's tasty.
Very good.
Did you like this episode? Click the thumbs up icon below. Don't like it? Let us know in the comments what might make it better. Yeah, we're a little stiff on camera. We're working on it. Want to see more Chicago-style eats? Click the subscribe button below to get alerts when we drop a new episode. Thanks for watching.